Next up in our Tuesday Tips Partnership Series is Devin Norcross from Norcross Consulting. He is somebody that we have come to rely on to help our clients when it comes to credit repair, debt settlement, and everything in between. He is somebody who's been able to work wonders and miracles in getting FICO scores up. He's done Grow webinars and Realtor webinars for us, and he is a wealth of knowledge. And I'm excited for you all to hear a little bit more about what he is able to do to assist you.
Hello, it's Devin Norcross here at Norcross Consulting Services. I've been invited to join you today by Proper Rate, and I couldn't be prouder of the relationship we have and the files we work on together. I'd like to address collections and charge-offs, more importantly, what to pay, when to pay. Specifically, I want to target collections. Universally, it's not always a good idea to run out and pay collections. Now, certainly you do have an obligation to pay your debts, but if we're specifically looking at the credit score impact, when we're more specifically looking at the credit score impact of a mortgage-specific FICO scoring model, we want to be a little careful about what accounts we pay and when we pay. Some accounts we pay at the end of the process, right before we close a loan. Some accounts we pay early in the process to improve the credit score. And some accounts we don't pay at all because it can actually have a negative impact to the overall scoring model. So for collections, if we have the ability to negotiate with that collection agency and get a deletion of that collection as a contingency of payment, then all we have to figure out is how little can we pay in order to settle that account and get it deleted off the credit report. One of our specialties here is debt settlement. Oftentimes, these collections are with companies that do not offer a removal as a courtesy. So what we call a pay for delete is not an option. And in this situation, if you have a collection, that collection is going to be weighted to your score off your date of last activity. And the more current that date of last activity is, the more it impacts your score in a negative manner. So if we then go and we pay old collections that have old date of last activities, we are reactivating that DLA date and bringing the overall weight of that collection up in the scoring model. We don't want to do that. So in that scenario, we probably wouldn't advise paying that collection. If it is a debt that is an underwriter requirement, then we would advise settling that collection or paying it at the end of the mortgage process, right before we need an approval, and that way we get an underwriter to accept that application either with a supplement or providing proof of payment to the underwriter. And the negative score impact would actually come through after the loan closes. Certainly, universally, I do want to see people pay their debts, but I don't want to see them do it in a way that's going to negatively impact their score. When it comes to credit cards, mostly charge-offs, almost universal positive impact. I'm a high opponent of settling credit card debts pretty much across the board. Sometimes they have turned into judgments, in which case you're going to work with an attorney or lawyer. Installment debt is where it can get a little tricky, particularly repos, student loans. Sometimes when you pay an installment account or sell an installment account, you do update that activity date, and it does see a negative impact. It can be 40, 60, 70 points, depending on how much positive credit's on there. With some collection companies like maybe possibly Verizon or Enhanced Recovery or Southwest Credit Systems, they don't offer a pay for delete like I said earlier. So when you pay that collection, it's going to update as a paid collection, same thing. I've seen scores drop over 100 points by people simply paying collections. So it's our job here at Norcross Consulting Services to make sure you have all the information you need when you're trying to prove your credit score. If you are in a position to pay debts and you have some outstanding debts or you know someone who is, well, let's just have a quick conversation, a little consultation about how that might positively and or negatively impact you. And if you do pay that debt and you have savings of over $600, what the tax implications of that may be. Again, my name is Devin Norcross, owner of Norcross Consulting Services. I'm here in partnership with Proper Rate, and I thank you for your time.